Hello, and welcome back to Cosmic Spark. I'm really excited because I've got a new Oracle deck and I just need to use it straight away, so you guys may as well get a reading out of it. We're going to make this another collective reading because a pick a card takes way too much time for me to do during the week. So this is the Magic Spirit Oracle by Alexis Raccoon. She is an artist, well known. Spirit, what is the message for my collective? Okay, we have two cards that have popped up. I generally like to start with oracles as an overarching theme and then get into it with tarot. So we have the magic mushroom. Stay open to the good and beautiful things. Miracles, Fey energy, and opening up. And then we have emotions. Honoring the flow of all the emotions. Alchemy, processing, sensitivity. Just based on these two cards alone, I feel like some of you are having a lot of psychic downloads at the moment. Some of you may be getting psychic downloads. Some of you may be just especially sensitive. I feel like with Mars in retrograde, I've been noticing people have been quite testy, and sometimes people, when they're angry, they cry. I'm an angry crier, so it could be any sort of emotion. It doesn't have to be sadness that's causing you to feel. I'm feeling this energy of easily triggered at the moment, and so I feel like immediately I should be telling you to protect yourself in whatever way you need to. Stay away from people if that's what you feel called to do, but if you're going to be around people, make sure you're around people that don't trigger you unless you want to be triggered. Magic mushroom. I feel like this one is talking about, I feel like the combination of the two cards is saying you can get so overwhelmed with what you think isn't going right, isn't going your way, and with the frustrations of life. But if you allow yourself the time to just let it pass through you, let those emotions, let the moment go, because this too shall pass, then you don't know what is going to be around the corner. You might be triggered by someone and it might cause you to go home in a flurry, and then you find out afterwards that you stopped yourself from getting into some sort of stupid situation. So that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up. Let's get into the tarot and see what else is going to pop up for you, collective. Angels, ancestor, spirit, what energy is coming through for my collective this evening? How can we tie this story together? Okay. And last but not least, my Lenormands. I feel like I can't live without them. I only have 2 Lenormand decks, if you can believe that. I hope you can't hear the noise in the background. If you can, I'm so sorry. I try to film at night when it's quieter, and then it's like every time I think of filming, other people think of doing things. So, okay. Okay, I feel like some of you are actually being triggered by your families right now. We've got the Ten of Pentacles here. We've got the bear in the Lenormands, which also represents an authority figure, a mother, a father, a parental figure. So I feel like that's what's going on at the moment for you guys. I feel that you may be receiving messages from your family, or like just noticing things. And for some of you, these things could be triggering. For others of you, if that doesn't resonate, I feel like you might actually be, some of you are being triggered by your family right now, while others of you are actually finding joy and gratitude in the everyday of being surrounded by family. I feel like generally whoever's this message is for and whoever's watching this reading is at the present time, this is a timeless reading. Whenever you're watching this, you are probably being surrounded by family, whether that's like actual blood family, people that you consider family. You are currently probably in a full house, or you're kind of going from this family member's house, this family member's house, and it's just a time where you're kind of picking up psychically on all the energies that are going on. And for some of you, that's a positive thing, but for others, it's just bringing back the memories and the feelings of why maybe you stay away from your family occasionally. I feel that some of you may be receiving good news about something that you are chasing. Yeah, definitely some sort of news coming through. Let me see if I can get any more information. Can you clarify what news and what hopes and dreams and wishes the collective is awaiting on? You might be waiting to hear back from a particular person of interest. This is someone that you're sexually attracted to. There we go. King and Queen of Wands. We've got a pair. So for some of you, you're surrounded by family, and you might be looking at your family and going like, this is the expression of like my parents or my family exemplify what I want out of a family that I want to have when I'm older. Others of you are looking at it and going, that's exactly what I don't want. And you have someone in mind that you want to raise a family with. You're one of these. You're either the king or you're the queen of wands, but your divine counterpart is someone who is making their way, if they're not already there, or is coming in swiftly and quickly with communication. I feel like this communication is going to ease some of your burdens. I'm really focusing on this lady, and I feel like that air that she's blowing like toward the queen is calming and like soothing her from the worries of like wondering where things are going, when things will be resolved, that sort of energy. You may have felt, because this came through in reverse, you may have felt like you didn't want anyone else, like you had options for people that you would want to be with. You didn't want any of the options, and yet you felt like the person in question didn't care enough. But that's not correct. It just wasn't the right time. It was more a timing issue than it was a person issue. So I'm getting here that normally they say don't put your eggs in one basket, but I'm getting here that you putting your eggs in one basket has actually worked, whether or not you've been able to see it materialize in the physical just as yet. Let me see. Let me see if I can get any other information about this new beginning. I feel like this new beginning has come because I feel like you were forced to wait. You were in a period of time where you were stagnant and nothing was going on. And it was supposed to be that way. And it feels like, sorry, and it feels like this new beginning that's coming your way is a direct result, I guess, of your patience in waiting for what it is that was going to and is going to or has come, depending on where you are in the timeline of this reading. I feel too that you have gone through some intense depression, some intense anxiety, some insomnia, and this could have been sleepless nights over the situation of the fact that you do have options, but you don't want any of the ones, and you feel like the one that you want doesn't want you. It could have just been to do with your family for those that it applies to, because you know that you come from a toxic situation and you don't want to replicate where you come from. And a lot of inner conflict, a lot of negative self talk, and then feeling tangled in the web of your own thoughts and feeling debilitated and feeling crushed under the weight of your own doing, really. And I feel like you've actually managed to come out of that. I feel like you have gone through that, sat with it, suffered through it actually, before realizing what you were doing, recognizing it, starting to pick at each thought separately and examining it, looking at it from all angles. Like, look at that monster that he is fighting. Looks like a dragon. And we can see it just looks all tangled in there, and it's like he just grabs at any of the pieces one at a time so that he could find where does it go, where does it lead to, so that he can fully understand what is going on. And I feel like what you're coming into now, collective, is an energy of ancestral support, your spiritual support. You're being spiritually guided and supported into this next phase of life. You have grown so much by yourself. You have grown so much as an individual. You have nurtured yourself. You have been patient. You haven't expected things to just come to you just because you exist. And you knew that certain things needed to happen at a certain time for you to get to a certain place. And that place is love. And it's ordained. It comes from above you. It is so above you, it is not even funny. And so you feeling emotional is, I'm feeling now actually that it's sort of like a purge. I feel like maybe what's actually going on is you're being triggered so that you can purge and let go of these things to usher in new energy, so that when that new energy comes, it's not muddled with X, Y, and Z. A solid offer. A solid offer is coming your way. If it isn't at your doorstep already, I swear to God, it is down the street. And you just need to be a little bit more patient. But I'm not saying sit there on the couch looking out the window waiting for the postman. I'm saying continue to nurture yourself the way that you've been. You know, continue to be that person, and what will come for you is the full. I mean, this reading could not be more clear. It is a new beginning that you're destined for. And you have ancestral support. You have the fairy folk, the fair folk behind you. You have energetic spiritual support for this new beginning. Protect it with everything that you have. Protect your heart. Guard your energy. Guard your spirit. Don't let stupid, annoying ass people try and trigger you, because if you let them get a rise out of you, you've given them the power, haven't you? Allow yourself to just sit in it. If something comes up, address it, look at it, sit in it, wonder where it's coming from. And at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. I feel like this reading could not have been more to the point, straightforward, nothing more for me to say. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. I hope you'll enjoy future readings. I cannot wait to read for you in the future. If you'd like to get a personal reading, you can contact me at cosmicspark.blog, and I'll talk to you soon. Love ya.